Welcome to another episode of Cooking for Wellness at NYU Langone Health. We are very excited and honored to welcome our first guest from outside of NYU Langone Health and our first actual professional chef, Executive Chef Patrick Connolly of Union Square Hospitality Group. Welcome, Patrick. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, we invited Patrick to ask him some questions about healthy eating at restaurants and outside of the house. We're gonna prepare a simple, delicious, seasonal chilled watermelon salad, and while we do it, we will see if there are any secrets or special tips on eating healthy when dining out. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna toast our peanuts. This can be done, obviously you can do this in the oven. Today we're doing it on the stovetop. So I'm like, low to medium heat, kind of keep them moving. The important thing is to not overcook them, they'll burn very easily. The goal is to activate the aromas and the natural oils in the peanuts and really develop the flavor. But if you go too much, bitter and burnt taste.
Just takes the whole dish down, yeah.
Exactly.
Ruins the whole thing.
So while we do that, we're gonna get started on our watermelon. Go ahead and grab one of those watermelons.
All right.
So probably the most intimidating thing about this whole recipe, this is a very simple, easy, and approachable recipe. It's the knife cuts. So the goal today is to show you how approachable and easy it is to cut up a watermelon.
Absolutely, great. Happy to do so. So I'm gonna just square off the end. So hit the North Pole, hit the South Pole, and then turn it on its end. Just gonna shave off the sides.
It's amazing how much you take off, actually.
Yeah. I think what I like about watermelon coming in the summer, it can make a mess in your kitchen, right? Mm-hmm. So I just take the whole thing outside.
Take the
outside. Cutting board outside, or if it's inside, maybe it's raining, you put a smaller cutting board on top of a sheet tray. It catches all that excess water that flows off.
So it's not dripping down on the floor in the kitchen.
The dog starts licking the floor and you're like, what are you doing?
So Chef, let me ask you, what's your number one tip on eating healthy when dining out at a restaurant?
In my mind, there's two types of restaurants. There's one that's like part of a large group. They have menus that are kind of devised at a corporate level. And so they make those considerations for low cholesterol diet, low salt diet, vegetarian, vegan, so on and so forth. And then there's the more like mom and pop shops, where I think you really have these neighborhood joints where you have to like kind of trust the people who are preparing your food.
Sure.
Yeah, you can't be shy about saying what you want to and what you don't want to eat when you're in these restaurants.
Yeah. Are there any specific, tips on navigating a menu, like reading a restaurant menu, or how do you tell what's healthy?
The crispy, crunchy, typically stay away from. Poached is good. You want to stay up on reading about food trends as far as sustainability. What fish are healthy, what proteins are healthy, and if sourcing is important to you, you want to you can ask those questions. Be like, where's your beef from? Where's your chicken from? So on and so forth.
You smell that?
Awesome.
So once those oils from the nuts are well developed, we're gonna pull it off the heat, transfer it to a baking pan, because they will literally continue to cook. Let me ask you, when you shop for ingredients for cooking at home, do you have any tips on where to shop?
I mean, for me, especially this time of year, it's all about the farmer's market.
Yeah,
like I'm sure you would agree. Like I live outside of New York in New Jersey, and it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Like it's almost like the farmers bounce around from town to town. And if you miss them on Saturday, you just look it up and you can find them on Sunday. And I just really let them tell me what I'm cooking for dinner.
Yeah.
What's great, what's good.
Okay, so our watermelon is all set. Let's get started on our cucumber next. Like when you're reading a restaurant menu, like are there any obvious red flag menu items or certain techniques that you want to avoid if you're looking to eat healthy?
A lot of times pastas can be dangerous, to go
dangerous.
after.
I like that.
Being formerly like the line cook on Pasta Station, just adding butter and I'm trying to emulsify it, cheese, butter, yeah. White wine sauce, like if the white wine is not the majority of the ingredients in that sauce. Potentially a little cream and
butter, cream.
More butter, again, in a white wine sauce.
Sure, it's a great point.
Sticking to things like salsa verdes, chimichurris, even like a red wine demi-glace, you're just dealing with that like reduced concentrated veal or beef stock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's not so fat heavy.
Nutrient dense as well.
Nutrient dense, yeah.
So that actually leads me into something with, like here at the hospital, portion size is such a huge thing, especially for our patients. Like, is that something you should be focused on when dining in restaurants, the portion size of what you're eating?
Don't be afraid to leave it on the plate a little bit, or don't be afraid to take it to go, That's my best advice. You can't really, unless they have an option for a half order of something, this or that,
Sure.
You really have no control over how much they give you.
All right, you got our cucumbers cut up. Let's go ahead and add that to the melon. I got some of the toasted peanuts here. We're gonna crush them up a little bit. So, I mean, you use, we got the pilon sometimes we've used it on previous episodes. Use the side of your knife or use a bowl like this. One of the easiest ways to crush toasted nuts is just use the bottom of a bowl. I like to add the olive oil to the salad before we do all the garnish, and it allows the melon to really soak it up. So Chef, give me the hand and give me that olive oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of these toasted peanuts.
Nice.
Really great flavor and great texture, and also protein. So helps to turn into a filling dish. We got some really nice Greek sheep's milk feta cheese.
Beautiful.
Gonna add some of that. See, we don't break it up too much, just being that like sometimes like feta cheese, if you crumble it to such a level, it starts to get cloudy inside the dish. So I like to just let, nice briny chunks of cheese in there. So we have this Aleppo chili flake. It's a really nice, smoky, sweet, flavorful chili. I think it just adds a little bit more than just straight black pepper to the salad. We're gonna add some lime zest right to it.
Nice.
You wanna go ahead and give me a hand with that? I love the combination of the smoky chilies with the lime zest and then the watermelon. It's this great combination together.
Love it.
Have a little bit of just some really nice pure sea salt, just a little bit, just to make the flavors pop. And we also grilled some limes, sweeten it up, caramelize the sugars in the lime, really complex and great flavor. And then we're just gonna finish up the salad with some fresh mint and some fresh basil leaves. Real taste of spring and summer, fresh herbs. A lot of people will cut the herbs. I don't see the need. Tear them, leave the leaves almost whole or slightly torn. Add some nice complexity, great flavor. There you have it. Easy, simple, fresh, seasonal watermelon salad. It could start a meal. It could be a side to a barbecue. I mean, it could even be the whole meal in itself. Chef, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Any final thoughts for today?
Well, we were talking about restaurants and the right way to order. As we made this, it occurred to me this is going to be on so many summer restaurant menus.
Sure.
And thanks to this recipe, everybody can make this at home. But if they do go out and they see something like this, I think it's a great healthy choice, And what I also love is that, watermelon is not just like that end of the barbecue dessert, but it's a beautiful starting dish.
Remember, the goal of Cooking for Wellness recipes is always to showcase how you can eat simple, seasonal, healthy ingredients and still get complex flavor combinations outside of the smoky chilies, the grilled lime, and the crunchy peanuts, and how it all ties together with fresh herbs. Please join us for more episodes on Inside Health. If you want to see more episodes, check out the Healthy Lifestyle playlist on the NYU Langone Health YouTube page.